Hey guys, welcome back to Derriere's. I'm gonna make some beans. What a shock, right? I'm gonna make some Shellie beans is what I'm gonna make. I'm not a real big fond of plain old green beans, so I've got some beans ready. Here we go. And I've soaked my pintos overnight. They're ready. I've drained them several times. Make sure you clean them first. Go through them, make sure there's no stones in there. Take out anything that's broken in half or anything that's floating. Make sure there's nothing else in there, you know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put everything together. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm basically going to take just a stem. Okay, I'm gonna take my Shellie beans and put them all in here, or my pintos, whatever. And put them all in here. Whoops, I'm loud today, that's for sure. I'm gonna get my wooden spoon and I'm just gonna kind of mix them in together. I have my jars all ready to go and clean, sanitized, and I think I'm just going to scoop them in with a cup actually. Just going to use a coffee cup and put them in there like that. And let's see. I'm gonna shake them down a little bit. I'm gonna leave them right there. There's a little bit of room. It's kind of like right at the cusp of the jar there, right at the shoulder. I'm gonna leave them right there. And that's how high I'm gonna fill them. We'll see how many we get. Shake it down. Perfect. I just enjoy these so much better than just the regular green beans. I mean, I really do. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm actually going to fill these up a little bit more. Just a tad bit, I think. Just a little. That's not too much. Okay, on to the next one. Because these are pinto beans in here. Put these beans in for 75 minutes. If you're doing them quarts, you'll probably go 90. A little tad bit more than that one. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably have 7 of these. I used 1 pound of pintos is what I used. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be about right. This is really easy to do, you guys. I don't know if you've ever eaten Shellie beans. We used to have them when I was growing up all the time. So I enjoyed them. So I thought, you know, I don't know why I never made them before, but I need to can those. So I have some. All right. There's that. So that turned out pretty good. Okay. So now I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt in each jar, okay? Because I like my beans salty, not too salty, but I don't like them bland either, so. Okay. All right. Now we are going to fill these up with water. And everything's room temperature, guys. Everything is room temperature. So I even have room temperature water. We'll fill these up to the 1 inch mark. And then I'm going to debubble. After I get done debubbling, I'll go ahead and put any more in there. I got like 2 of them, I think, are just a little bit shy. So, all right. Now I get my trusty chopstick. And just go down in there and debubble real fast. A little bit water where it's needed. Just a little bit. Got a little bit extra in that one. It came out faster than I thought it was going to. That's okay. Okay. Take a little bit out of this. Get rid of it. Maybe a little bit out of this one. I think we're good. Now we're ready for lids. Have these on standby, ready to go. I always take them out of the ring and make sure I got them placed on top of the jar. And I've already checked my jars around the top for any chips, cracks, anything like that. I've checked. Everything's clean. Everything's good to go. Not too much to worry about there. So we are good. There we go. Now, you can use like a broth in these if you wanted to. You could use a chicken broth, or you could use a beef broth or a vegetable broth. That would be good too. But I'm going to just use the water, and I'm good with that. All right, I'm going to get them in here. So, I'm going to put the beans all around the outside. I'm going to put 2 jars in the middle with just water. All right, let's seal these down. There we go. We'll be back when they're done. So guys, for green beans, I think you only have to pressure can them 25 minutes. But because we have the dried pintos, they've been soaked, but still, because they're dry pintos, they have to be canned for 75 minutes for pinto or for pints, and 90 minutes for quart jars. And usually you put about a teaspoon of salt in a quart jar. However, I like mine more salty, so I put more in there. You don't have to put salt in there at all if you don't want to. And like I said, you can add broth instead of water. It's up to you, whatever you like. I haven't done these before. I just always got mine from the store, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna use the water and see how it goes. And then, of course, you know me, I'll start playing around with things. So I'll probably do another batch soon and change it up some. And I was even thinking that ham bouillon that I have, that would be good in it too. I'll show you. I have it right here. Here you go. And you can get this at Walmart. I've used it in a lot of my soups and stuff. It's like $2 and some change, but Anyway, there's like 8 packets in there, and it goes pretty far. So you could also use that, and I'm sure that'd be great in these. So, you know, think about it. You know, make it whatever you like. You know, you could add some spices and herbs to it if you like, whatever. But we're gonna let this go for 75 minutes after it starts doing this thing. I'm gonna let it steam, like when it starts hissing here. I'm gonna let it do that for 10 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and start my timer and put my weight on there. And for me, I have to have 10 pounds on there, so that's what I'll do. And when it's done, I'll be back and we'll show you what it looks like. In the meantime, while we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and get a towel on my countertop, because I will transfer the jars out of there and put them on a towel and leave them alone overnight. And then I'll check them tomorrow and make sure everything is sealed. So until then, I won't touch them, you know, other than just setting them on the towel. So that's pretty much all you gotta do. Put the rest of your stuff up. I just have my salt to put away and clean my 2 vessels I had my beans in, and my spoon and my cup, and I'm good to go. Done for the night. 75 minutes. All right, guys, it's venting. I'm gonna let it go for 10 minutes. So it's right now 10:04. So at 10:14, I'll put my weight on. Okay, guys, I have 1 minute left. I've got all my stuff together and ready. I am really not familiar with the stove at all, so I don't know where the sweet spot is, so that when this starts toggling back and forth, it's not going crazy. So I'm gonna have to adjust it as I go and see where that little sweet spot is. So this is all new to me up here, canning, and I guess I'll figure it out. As you can see, I have this on 7. It's venting very well on 7. It doesn't need to be on sky high. And we're gonna put that weight on there in a few minutes, and then I'll start adjusting things, and then we'll just be back after the 75 minutes is up. This whole kitchen is new to me up here since I moved up here, and I'm kind of liking the way it works out, because I can actually put the camera on the other side of the countertop here and get a really good visual of what I'm doing. So that's nice. Made myself a cup of sleepy time tea, so by the time this stuff's done, it'll kick in and I'll have a good night's rest. So it won't be long. We'll be putting that weight on there and letting her go. So all right, it's on there. I'm going to probably turn it down a little bit here soon when it starts toggling, and just watch it closely. You don't ever want to be far away from your stove when you're canning. Don't ever walk off or get on the phone or something like that unless you have an alarm set that's pretty loud that you're not gonna, you know, miss when your time's up. So always stay close by. Okay, this is what your canner should look like. I'm turning it down a little bit, probably about a quarter of a step at a time between my numbers. I'm just going about a quarter of the way. A little bit. It'll probably be around 6, maybe 5.5. And it'll probably stay right there. So anyway, just wanted to let you know what it looks like if you've never pressure canned before. When it starts toggling, it kind of looks like that. Oh, and we'll start counting our time from right now. So just so you know, 75 minutes from 10:24. So I've had this on about 3.5 this whole time, and we don't have too much longer to go, just about 17 minutes. So we'll be pulling them out soon. Okay guys, it is 11:39 and we are done. So we're turning this off. And all right, so I'm gonna let this set here like this for probably a half hour, and then I'll check it in a half hour, remove the lid and set it off a little bit to, you know, let a lot of steam out and stuff. And after about 10 minutes of that, 15 minutes of that, I'll come and take the lid off completely and go ahead and put them on my cloth. Remember, when you're taking your lid off, always open it up so that the steam is away from you. So never open up with the lid like, you know, coming off and going like this. You always want to come off and go like that away from you. Open it up away from you. Open it up away from you. So, all right, we'll be back. Okay. All right, guys, I got these out. I pulled them out about 25 after midnight last night. Anyway, what I did was I just I took my weight off the top, and then I loosened my lid, and then I just kind of set it off a little bit, kind of like that. There's a little bit of a gap there. And I set it there for like 20 minutes, is what I did. And then finally, I went ahead and pulled it off, and I lifted up that way so all the steam's back here and not against your face like that. No, it's this way. Okay. Then I pulled out all the stuff. And as you can see, I did not put vinegar, and I think you can use cream of tartar, in your water, just a little bit, and it'll prevent you from getting this like calcium buildup, white filmy stuff on your jars. I didn't do that last night, totally forgot it, but you see here. So I'm gonna have to clean the jars, okay? So that's fine, no problem. There's my 2 with the water. See how filmy they are, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is clean these, and you should always wash your jars anyway. So I'm going to remove the bands on all of these and take them over to the sink, and then I will wash them down over there. This also, I'll be checking all of my lids to make sure that they sealed. So do that before I take them over there and wash them so that I won't have water coming into my jar. So this one is fine. This one is fine. This one is fine. Good to go. Good to go. Sealed good. Sealed good. All right, so let's go wash them. Okay, I brought all the jars over to the sink, and I got some white vinegar, just plain old white vinegar. See? I put a cup of it in a bowl, and we're gonna wash these, okay? So, all you have to do is just get soapy water. I always go around the rim really well, like so. And then I start scrubbing them like this, okay? Generally, that'll take it all off. And then when I get done, I'll go over it again with vinegar, just to make sure that it's all clean. Fairly simple to do. It's not a catastrophe when your jars come out looking like this. You don't even have to clean them if you don't want. You can just leave them that way and put them on the shelf if you want. I mean, it's just calcium water on it, calcium deposits. No big deal. Okay, so that's it. The next time I make these, I probably will go ahead and put some broth in them, just to see how that goes. I'll probably use that ham broth too, because it's pretty good stuff. I like the flavor of it. I liked it in the other soups that I made. So, and I might try doing one with a vegetable broth. Oh, sense left on those. It's been from my hand. Okay. I have a little parakeet. Every time that I run water, she goes crazy. She loves it. So. There's no sense in stressing over the jars coming out looking the way they do. You should wash your jars every time you get them Canning anyway, because of the stuff that's in the water when you get done. You know, sometimes they siphon a little bit. You don't really want all that on the outside of your jar. It attracts mice and stuff, so you don't want that. It's fairly simple to do this, guys. Really quick and easy. Okay. One left to go. All right. Okay. Make sure the water's just kind of room temperature or cool, whichever. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and soak this in a little vinegar water, like I said, and go over it one more time. Get my my towel ready. Forgot my towel. I'll do my little ones that just have the water in them last. Okay, so there we go. Again, just a quick wipe down with the vinegar. Keep the jar sparkling. There we go. And then when you get done, guys, dry them off really well. And you want to make sure you put the date on them and what they are with a Sharpie or a label or something. You can use a, you know, painter's tape if you want, whatever. Just make sure you get a mark. Okay, 2 to go. Okay, easy as pie. Easy as pie. Last one. There we are. Okay. That's that. Dry them off. Every one of them sealed good, so I'm thrilled about that. I'll probably do another one of these before the week's over, just so I have a good little amount up in the cupboard for myself. Like I said, I do enjoy eating these way better than I do plain old green beans. I just don't enjoy them. I mean, I'll eat them if they're cooked like with a good pork in them or something like that, pork fat. Then they're always good. But and the last one. There we go. Okay. Can't beat that, guys. Looks great. So that was a pretty simple canning recipe, and I think just about any new beginner canner could do it. Happy canning. See you later. Looking pretty good. Can't wait to try them out.